Second Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 10. And with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God should send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem HaKadosh. The Wadi Abashim Shah for giving us the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Aki and pushing the word in sincerity and truth and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America. Simultaneously, the church of the Lord lifting up the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the church of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens. Rightfully so. I recognize it's all come out clear. And Spirit Yahweh Shah will guide me through this, this conversation, spiritual conversation, which we should always be having. It should always be spiritual. Sometimes, we're part of the world, but we're not a part of the world. We have to be a world. We're going to have a conversation about certain things, but as you can see, it always leads back to being a spiritual conversation. It always leads back to that. Because examples, all right, my daughter, she always watching, people from Asia or wherever they from, Chinese or Japanese, but they got rhythm, so she understands. She said, she says, she said they have to be Ashala, because I listen to them. She listens to them, what she said, and I listen to them, what she said, she listened to them. It's always spiritual. So even with your child, you gotta raise them up in righteousness, because you don't want them to get caught up in this world. Yesterday I was doing my little running around, trying to make some ends meet. Some young kid about to be like 21, at the college, killed himself. So it was like a big uproar at the school, whatever. I don't know. I didn't get the full information how he killed himself, but I'm sure he used a gun or poisoned himself. And the first thing I say when I come home, and when I found out, I told my daughter, I said, listen, whatever you do, never think about hurting yourself for no one. Always keep in mind that's against the law. It's the law of Yahweh Shemel Shai. I can't really find that verse, but I'm sure that's a no-no. Because you're supposed to suffer whatever's going on around you. It had to be an East Edomite, maybe a Jake. That was just something I was just thinking about, before I turned the camera on, and it was on my mind. Right now the time is, I'm sure it's early, 5 o'clock a.m. Get ready to go into plantation. Go sweat myself. Go sweat this. Go sweat myself back to health. Which is necessary. Because we sick in the flesh, man. Some of us got different ailments. So we got to do certain things to keep our blood flowing. Recreational. It's all recreational. And this is a spiritual recreation right here. You know? So, let me get to the conversation about these verses I just read. Right? Yeah, I was just going through verses too. Because we got a lot of things going on. And it's so edifying. It's so the conversations that's being held, which led us into 2020, some of them are deceitful. Some, even as deceitful ones, it's being filtered through the scriptures. So we gotta do what we gotta do. We got the brothers that's once they hear something, they own it, and they bring it back to the flock. This is why this can't be happening. This is why this can't be happening, and it leads back to what I was saying. Now you can't just go hurt yourself because you're miserable. You gotta stay focused. You gotta, and following these other traditions, these other deceivableness and unrighteousness that could hurt you. Cause that could lead you to not getting saved by Yahweh Shema Shah. And case upon, I'm only talking to the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American. And when you narrow down who I'm talking to the 1/3 and the 144,000 men. Because those are the only ones that's getting on those chariots. Alright? So, I mean, we're just having a conversation just based upon, there's so much stuff that'll be happening, and it happens fast. It'd be stuff that I just, I was like, wow. I was at the college and it was so crowded, and I'm running around trying to deliver this, do this, trying to make ends meet, and how you say, you hear about something, a young individual, because this world got them thinking corrupt, just like in the scripture, like when we're thinking about General Yohana's gang. That's considered a gang. They deceiving a mass of people. I can only watch a little bit of madness because it gets me angry so fast. I hear something, I just want to turn it off. Yeah. Got people in the back clapping their hands. But he didn't say nothing edifying for the ministry. He didn't have a holy conversation. That's why that conversation was for the brothers to hear, so they can dissect it. And when they dissect it, they bring it back to bull crap. Look, this is bull crap. We dissecting. We're taking this out the body. All right? We're giving this situation, we're giving this conversation a spiritual surgery. So we're taking out the stuff that they put in, the filth they put in. We're taking it out. So we can heal just conversation. That's what's happening. So we can help those individuals, which to the best of our ability is by us fixing that conversation, how these things is happening. That's because we if without the brothers, without the apostles and the brothers going through and then being reiterated, being just getting fixed, because this is damage control. That's what's happening. Because when you hear something, you got to bring it back, and so you got to let that be an example or what not to do to anyone, any individual that's in your life or your household, the brothers, you know. So like I said before, like, the thing that's happening was the beautiful these conversations was beautiful. Even for me it was, because I'm listening to this and I'm like, what? Because a lot of other information is coming out that you thought about, but you couldn't really put in perspective, because you didn't want to go off saying something that was not. But then when you hear the apostle say it, and you say, "Oh, I thought the same thing," because especially with Apostle Tahar said a few things, Apostle Gabar, Rabla, and a few other brothers that you hear, and you be like, "Oh man, I was thinking the same thing." So you're on the right path of being saved. Why these people, they rather, like the scripture said, they rather believe a lie. All right, let me read these verses again. I'm just going to read this one. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 10. And with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish. Yeah, they're going to perish for these things. Because they're not trying to get it right. They rather, they want, come on. You really think the earth is flat? Even Columbus proved the earth was round. Or orbals. He was able to get to one side to the other and come around the other side. If it was, if following the how you say, the water current. Yahweh Shem Shah is dynamic. You people on the earth are not dynamic. If you follow Yahweh Shem Shah to the end, he will make you dynamic. He will make you dynamic if you follow him to the end. The end of this ordeal we in. Alright? Because they receive not the love of the truth. See, that's how you're going to be followed back to Yahweh Shema Shah and become dynamic as him. Then you'll get all the information. Because there's a level in your brain. He put levels in your brain. We don't use the whole brain. But if we was able to, we would never be sick. We'd be able to walk through walls. We'd be able to see the spirit world. We'd be able to go through dimensions. These are things we're going to be able to do. Be able to fly. If we perceive because they receive not the love of the truth. They receive not the love of the truth. Right, when all hell breaks loose, they ain't gonna have no protection, no hedge. When those that get the understanding and follow the Lamb, and now you follow the Lamb, it's only one truth. There's no two truths. Doesn't make damn sense. It has to be a lie and it has to be a truth. That's why words clarify certain things. Unrighteousness. Right? Deceitfulness, right? I'm going to the word deceive. Deceit, it says G539. A pap, right? Deceit, deceitfulness, right? To cheat, beguile, deceive. That's them. And they do, that is cheating. That is a form of cheating. Just go around just saying stuff. Instead of just, where's the edification in that? That means you really don't like how, how you say, you ain't trying to help. Misery loves company. All right, there you go. Misery loves company, and they're miserable, so they're gonna make you miserable by deceiving you. Instead of that's how bad it is. Because they're not looking for, in their mind, they're not looking to get the ultimate power to be able to use their whole mind or being the angels protecting them in the time of calamity. They got thug mentality.